afternoon. We shall start our English classes. Right? So morning there was some technical trouble. AC thing. Right? So we had some technical issue. Right? So the recording is there, and you can go through the recording. But I will just briefly revise what we were doing in the morning. So I started a new topic in the morning. Today morning I started a new topic, and right. I started a new topic. Conquered, right? A new topic I started, conquered. What is this conquered? Meaning of this word conquered. If you look at the dictionary, the general meaning is agreement between people or groups, right? Now in the context of grammar, this word conquered, right? In the context of grammar, right? AC తగ్గించరా కొంచెం ఎక్కువ కాదు. Right. In the context of grammar, what is the meaning of this word conquered in the context of grammar? See, for example, a similar meaning, we can say it is grammatical agreement, grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. Grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. Grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. Right? Conquered. That is what we say. Conquered. We call it a conquered. What is a conquered? Conquered is grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. When you write a sentence, there should be proper structure, there should be proper composition of the words that you want to use in a sentence. Clear? Like the proper usage of noun, articles, or prepositions, or pronoun, right? So there's a grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence, right? So here in conquered, the important language skill is to master subject verb conquered. Is to master subject verb conquer. Subject verb conquer. Subject verb conquer. How are you able to write a proper sentence, a meaningful sentence, and whether the subject and the verb are matching? Okay, right? Subject verb concord is when the subject of a sentence and verb of a sentence agree. Okay, subject verb concord means, right? Subject verb concord, subject verb concord means, okay, subject verb concord means, okay, when subject of sentence, when subject of a sentence, when subject of a sentence and verb of a sentence and verb of a sentence, when verb of a sentence agree, when verb of a sentence agree, right? Okay, that is it. Subject verb concord. Subject verb concord. When we are discussing subject verb concord. What is concord? First of all, concord means agreement of the subject and the verb. That is grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. Concord is grammatical agreement between two parts of a sentence. And these two parts we are concentrating on the subject and the verb. Subject and the verb. Subject verb concord. Now this area of our discussion is subject verb concord. And here we see that the subject, okay, a verb concord means subject of a sentence and verb of a sentence must agree. Must agree, right? The subject cannot be different and the verb cannot be different. Then there won't be proper cohesion or coherence in the sentence. I hope you understand, all of you. Right? Okay. So here we shall see agreement of the subject and the verb. Agreement of the subject and the verb. So here I told you, I gave an example. The window is open. Example. Example. The window is open. The window is open. And one more example, the same sentence, I have written it in this way. The windows are open. The windows are open. The window is open. The windows are open. Try to follow. Okay, all of you writing it down in your books. I told you to maintain a book, to keep a book for English and note down what I am giving you so you can follow and try to understand what I am teaching. So here, take this down. I think all of you are taking it down. Okay. So here, look at this example now, all of you. Look at this example. The window, singular. Okay, subject is singular and the verb is also singular. Right? This is the verb. And this is subject. Okay? Subject is window. And the verb is. The window is open. The window is open. Subject is singular. The verb is also singular. Verb is also singular. Here, subject is plural because you have this S and you have the verb is also plural. The verb is also plural. The verb is also plural. Okay? Subject is plural. Okay? Windows. Then the verb is are, indicating many. Indicating many. So this example, okay? See one more, I'll give one long sentence. I'll give one long sentence. I think all of you wrote it down. Did you write this down in your books? Okay. I shall give one more example. A little bit long sentence, right? So you can understand. Okay. So here, you see here, the crates in the warehouse okay, right. So the crates in the warehouse is ready to be loaded. The crates in the warehouse are ready to be loaded, right? So this is what is conquered. Now we are going to see some examples. Okay, we are going to see some examples where the conquered should match. Okay, so rules for subject verb agreement. So we are going to see rules for subject verb agreement. Rules for subject verb agreement. Rules for subject verb agreement. So let's see some rules are there, important rules, so you will understand. So try to follow me carefully to what I am teaching. Okay, you need to understand very carefully. So keep one book ready and then, okay, rules for subject verb agreement. Right, we shall see the rules one by one. So here the verb must agree with the subject in number and person. The verb must agree in number and person. The verb must agree in number and person. Then see one more. If the subject is singular, if the subject is singular, the verb should also be the verb should also be singular. The verb should also be singular. The verb should also be singular. So the verb is subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. So I give the example here, the window. Subject is singular, window, one window. The window is, so the verb is singular, he is open, the window is open. Subject is singular, the verb is also singular. We see here the second example, the subject is plural, windows, many, and we use the are, the verb are, to indicate more than one. Are to indicate more than one, right? So for example, if the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. Okay, if subject is plural, okay, if subject is plural, If subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. The verb should also be plural. Right? If subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. Simple. Same. Okay? The subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. Window is. If the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. Here windows and the subject verb is plural. So you must remember very carefully. Don't forget these basic rules. Right? Then there are some more examples. One by one we shall see. Now second example. Look at second example. I hope you have written this in your notebooks. See, next rule is when two or more singular subjects are joined together by and okay, plural verb is used. Plural verb is used. Plural verb is used. Okay. So when two or more singular subjects are joined together by and, plural verb is used. For example, look at this example. Ram and Shyam are playing a game. Ram and Shyam are playing a game. Ram and Shyam are playing a game. See here, when two or more singular subjects, Ram and Shyam, okay, when two or more singular subjects, what are Ram and Shyam, and are joined together by and, then you see plural verb. Ram and Shyam are playing a game. Now this is the plural verb. This is the plural verb, are. Okay? I hope you are able to understand. Right? Right. Next, okay. So one first basic rule: when two or more singular subjects are joined together by and, plural verb is used. So you want to frame a sentence using and you want to frame a sentence by using two singular subjects, right? So here two singular subjects, Ram and Shyam, two singular subjects joined together by and, but the verb is plural, not is. Not is. Wrong. It's are. The verb are is a plural verb. Okay. But subject is singular. Ram and Shyam are single people. They are joined together by and. So when you join a sentence by using and, then, right, this sentence, the verb becomes plural. The verb becomes plural. Okay. Next. If two singular nouns, next, if two singular nouns if two singular nouns refer to the same person, or thing, the verb must be singular. The verb must be singular. The verb must be singular. Singular. The verb must be singular. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. See, my friend, for example, my friend and benefactor has come. So here, the second, if two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. My friend and benefactor both. He is a friend and a benefactor. So this benefactor is talking about this friend. And who is the friend? He is the benefactor. So both of them, okay. So two singular nouns, friend and benefactor are nouns, refer to same person. This sentence is not talking about two people. This sentence is talking about one person. Following. This sentence talks about one person. My friend and also my benefactor has come. Okay, we don't say my friend and benefactor have come. No, only has. Is it clear, all of you? Right. Next. If two subjects together express one idea, next is, if two subjects together express one idea, the verb will be in singular. The verb will be in singular. The verb will be in singular. Try to understand this very carefully, what I am saying, then you will be able to give an explanation. Right. So if two subjects together express one idea, the verb is a singular verb. A collective noun takes a singular verb when the collection is taken as whole, entire. So here, what is the situation? Are you able to understand? A collective noun takes a singular verb, the noun is singular verb when the collection is taken as a whole. Okay? The fleet has set sail. See, for example, the fleet has set sail. The fleet, this is the collective noun, fleet. Okay, fleet is collective noun and has, okay, takes singular verb, has is the singular verb, has is singular verb, the fleet. So a collective noun takes a singular verb when the collection is taken as a whole, not individual. Fleet means not bits and pieces. We should not look at the word fleet as separate items, but as a whole, as a complete. So this noun fleet is complete. So the fleet has set sail. The fleet has set sail. Here takes a singular verb, has, not have. The fleet have set sail. The fleet, this is correct. The fleet has set sail. The fleet has set sail. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Right, next. Okay, next. When a plural noun counts between a singular subject and its verb, the verb used is singular. For example, each of his sisters is clever. I'll give you one example. Next. Yeah, next example. When a plural noun counts between a singular, when a plural noun counts between a singular subject and its verb, the verb used is singular in form. The verb used is singular in form. I'll give one sentence. Okay. Example. Each of the sisters is clever. Each of the sisters is clever. See, when a plural noun counts between a singular subject, so each, okay, plural noun here sisters, that means each, okay, and the verb used is singular. See here, verb is. Each of the sisters, okay, are clever. No, this is wrong. Plural. We don't use plural verb. We use okay. We use the verb used is singular. The verb used is singular. Okay. I hope you are able to understand. Are you trying to follow me? Right. So here, when a plural noun counts between a singular subject and its verb, the verb used singular. Each of the sisters. Now each is the word you have to notice there. Each means individually. Individually, one or two or three sisters, and among the three sisters, everyone is clever. So each of the sisters is clever. Each of the sisters are clever. No, it's wrong. We don't say are clever. We say is clever. Each of the sisters is clever. Right? Are you able to understand? Right. Okay. I shall have to stop here. Okay. So I will continue in the next class. Maybe I can finish the conquered, and next class I may try to go into modals. Be ready with modals. Try to look up modals in the Google or dictionary or grammar book. So be ready for the next topic, modals, grammar. I'll finish this conquered next class tomorrow. Thank you.